First one, which I loved about HyperOS, is about animations, which includes new animations for sure. As you can see, if you turn silent mode on, silent mode off, we have some animations available there. Just not like that, we also have new charging. We have some charging animation kind of changes too. Let me show you what charging animations I'm talking about. Whenever you plug your device to the charger once, you will see the charging animation similar kind of like dynamic island in iPhone. So yes, this is what we have, and to be very honest, to be fair with you, I mean this doesn't look that bad. If you enable the charging animations, this looks good, and this is one of the features about HyperOS which I personally liked a lot. So that's what I just wanted to let you know. It also brings you some more changes, so make sure to watch this video till the end. I mean it one of, or basically some of my favorite features which I personally loved about HyperOS are included in this video. So if you are using HyperOS India edition, global editions, all these features are available for you. If you're using anything else, I mean China version or any modded version, things should be similar in your case too. But in this case, as I'm using Indian version, so most of the things are included there. Another thing which I personally liked about is lock screen matte effect. I'm not going to talk about some lock screen customizations. Yes, it already brings you some lock screen customizations. Many options are available here for you to customize. But one of my favorite features is matte effect, where you can enable this kind of blur effect in any of the wallpapers. In most of the wallpapers, this looks good. Simply click on customize, click on filter, and here you have the option to choose these kind of things, these kind of UI changes. Personally speaking, I love this thing a lot. That's why I just wanted to let you know about the HyperOS, some of the great features or some of the great changes which I personally loved, and I always love to use them if I use HyperOS. I mean, most of the times I use custom ROMs on my devices, but by any chance, if I use HyperOS, these things look good. Also, the default wallpapers, some of the wallpapers with depth effect clock or depth effect wallpapers look damn interesting. But matte effect is one of the features which I personally loved, which is available here, if you choose the filter option. Although there are a lot of clock options available here for you, yes, HyperOS actually brings you a lot of customization, so that's quite amazing. Another thing which I am not exactly sure how many of you actually know, if you do multitasking, if you use split screen, here you have this kind of option available. So you can switch the changes, so you can switch the apps from top to bottom or bottom to top. Also, you have the option to choose the option, like we have the floating window option present there. So like this, you can do multitasking, and yes, this actually looks good. In the previous MIUI versions, these things were not present there. Some things were there, but some things are actually improved. You can also choose to make this app in the full screen and a lot more things. So yes, in the terms of multitasking, or by any chance if you use split screen on your device, then this feature could be very useful for you. For most of the users, it could be useful. For some of you, it might not be. Another change which is available in HyperOS is regarding the camera. And yes, it's been some time that you already know about HyperOS because a lot of you have already tried it out. But yes, I'm just talking about some of my favorite changes available in HyperOS. So that's why this video is all about. As you can see, some camera changes are there. With the previous MIUI, if you were using MIUI, the camera UI was bit changed, old, and yes, the new camera UI or camera layout looks good, where you have all these watermark options, more options, just a UI optimization, nothing else. Only UI changes are there. Most of the things are kind of similar here because this is what we have. If you take a look at some of the other things like the watermark, yes, this looks good. You can customize it and everything else. Some of the features might be device specific. For example, if you're using a flagship Xiaomi device, you might get some extra features in camera. If you use a mid-range HyperOS, you will get some normal kind of features, like I'm using Poco F5. But if you use low-end HyperOS device, then you might not get these features too. Another feature which is available in HyperOS Gallery, this time it is available in Gallery. You can simply copy or paste some of these kind of things. Like you can simply copy the things which are available in iOS already. You can also copy the text. You can copy anything and paste it in other apps too. Also, you can change the background, which is actually quite useful in most of the cases. So for example, if I want to make a thumbnail, I want to change background, this feature could be useful for me. Although it is lacking some kind of thumbnails, but that's completely okay. It's just a thing which is working fine. So Yes, these were some noticeable changes available in HyperOS. Including all these changes, there are tons of other changes available in HyperOS, and most of the features you already know. There are tons of videos already available there. I just wanted to let you know about the things which I personally loved a lot. This is the theme which I'm using right now, by the way, Unix V12, which brings me this kind of themed icons, and of course some changes with the home screen UI and etc. So yes, this is it. If you like this video, don't forget to drop the like. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.